Make adjustments on the truck in front of his hometown fans here in Monroe, Washington. You see the double-filed trucks getting ready for the third start tonight. This is our second caution period, so this is our second restart.
Good jump right there.
Yeah, good job by Hornaday. See the entire field move safely down into turns 1 and 2. We see a truck off the pace as they get through the traffic. That's John Nemechek in the Burger King number 87 having a problem there. Meanwhile, back up front, see some action there. Mike Skinner getting through traffic in the black number 3 Goodrich truck. Hornaday in the number 16 Papa John's Pizza, followed by Joe Ruttman in the number 84 Coca-Cola truck. And Skinner, you see Bill Sedgwick has moved on the inside of Skinner down there. Of course, we made note of Skinner's problem. Sedgwick's got fresh tires on after getting his brakes fixed. You see Mike Bliss following Rick Corelli in the corner there, but Mike's got a problem. What is it, Ralph?
Well, for Mike Bliss, he has no front brakes, Glenn. They're not sure if it's a caliper or a brake line. They've got 2 calipers laying out here. At halftime, they'll be changing these or changing brake lines.
We see a lot of these trucks, Mary, are to the point now they're just trying to get through this first session. They know they've got that break coming up in about 15 laps, and they're just trying to hang on until they can get there and make corrections and adjustments.
Yeah, and this is one of the bigger, wider tracks. Got another caution. The 87 is not going to make it in, possibly.
He has come to a stop off of turn 4. We told you that he lost power on the restart. He's just now getting back to the start-finish line. He didn't quite have enough power to get it off the racetrack and into the pits. There you see John Nemechek sitting there in the Burger King truck. So the field once more under caution. Ron Hornaday still leading. Here comes the push truck to get John out of the way. We'll get a few more commercials out of the way. We'll take a break right now and be back with more action from the Evergreen State Speedway. Stay tuned.
They're the young guns of racing. And on their Sunday afternoon showdown, these next generation superstars start with the next generation die-hard battery. The longest lasting die-hard ever. The same die-hard you can buy at Sears. Don't trust your Sunday drives to anything less.
When you're looking for a powerful tractor, you can't get one more powerful than this. It's got an engine bigger than your house.
It's also got something in common with every new Cub Cadet tractor.
A steel drive shaft, not a belt, like other tractors.
Every Cub Cadet, every horsepower level.
Of course, no Cub Cadet has this much horsepower.
We make your yard look a lot nicer. If you want shaft drive, just look for Cub Cadet.
Just taking the green flag for the restart. Tonight's Super Truck Series race. You see Ron Hornaday still leading. Now, right behind him is Bill Sedgwick, his old rival. Sedgwick was a lap down. He pulled up beside of Hornaday on the restart, trying to get his lap back, still trying. He is only 1 lap down in the number 75 truck. Desperately wants to get back on that lead lap, if at all possible. Hornaday is having none of it.
He's trying awful hard to get it back, Glenn. Now's a good time to do it.
His truck is pretty free coming up off the corners, but look at the power that Hornaday has. Looks like he's got a little more under the hood than what Sedgwick has.
Looks like Papa John's got all the toppings on tonight.
And you see the truck number 84. That's Joe Ruttman. He's in second. Of course, Sedgwick's truck is between Hornaday and Ruttman. And now we understand that Ralph has moved down with John Nemechek to find out what the problem is there.
Well, John's down here with his mom, Martha. What's the story with your truck, John?
Well, the Burger King Chevrolet was running pretty good today. We were just hanging in there until the race set until the halftime, and the oil pump broke, or the belt broke on the oil pump, and the motor pretty much locked up. It's too bad. We just been having a hard time here the last couple days, or the couple races, but we're getting it together. Well, I just want to say hello, everybody back in North Carolina. We'll get them next week.
Yeah, she's the best PR person I've ever seen. Martha over here, while we're interviewing, she's taking pictures of us interviewing John, so he's got more PR stuff for Burger King. I like that.
And of course, Ralph is talking about Martha Nemechek, John's mom. And happy birthday, or happy Mother's Day, Martha, and all you mothers out there coming up on Mother's Day tomorrow. Action fast and furious up front. Bill Sedgwick wants the lap back. He got up under Hornaday the lap before, turned it sideways, had to back out. Hornaday got back by him, but boy, Sedgwick wants that lap back, Barry.
Yeah, he's trying the outside right now. If he gets by him, they're going to swap some paint.
Remember, we told you about that friendly rivalry that they have at the top of the show. Hornaday does not want to see Sedgwick get back in the lead lap with him. There you see truck number 3 is driven by Mike Skinner. Moving up on the inside of him is number 98. That's Butch Miller. Butch trying to take over the 3rd position from way back in the field, and he's going to do it.
Yeah, he's going to get him here. Mike's, he's just having to stop that truck, and there goes all his momentum down the straightaway.
Yeah, you can see how he pulled up on him coming off the corner, but he just can't get in the corner. Back up front. Sedgwick has allowed Hornaday to get a little breathing room now, about a truck length or 2. In fact, that time Hornaday, you can see Hornaday turn it sideways a little there coming off the corner. He's got the pedal down.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Sedgwick can do it without contact. And the problem is here he doesn't need to hold Joe up if he can't get by him, because Joe's awful strong too.
Well, he is, but you know, Ruttman hasn't yet been able to mount a charge, a serious challenge on Hornaday. He's been able to run right up on his bumper, but at this point I don't think that that Sedgwick's holding him up a little bit. In fact, they're starting to pull away from Ruttman just a little bit. I don't know. If I were Sedgwick, I'd have to think about nudging him just a little bit.
You mean a little more?
Well, whatever it takes just to try to get that lap back. As I said, he's only 1 lap down due to that brake problem that he had, but obviously you can see right now truck running awfully well. And Sedgwick moved again right up on the back bumper. He seems to be able to pull up on him at will, but he just can't get by him. Only a few more laps to go now until the halfway break, and Sedgwick really putting the heat on him now. It's lap 73 completed, 3 to go till the halfway. Back in the pack, you see P.J. Jones. That's Scott Lagacy, and Scott is a lap down. Remember, he had a cut front left tire, so he's at least a lap down. And Mike Bliss, the 08, still running without brakes, doing a heck of a job.
Yeah, they swapped a little paint a while ago, the 24 and the 1, and like I say, he changed that 1 tire and started in last, and he's midway back through the pack.
Once again, Bill Sedgwick pulls up on the outside of Ron Hornaday, trying to get his lap back. As they start off with turn 2, he might have him this time, Barry. He's got it up beside him.
This could be good here.
Hornaday moves down into 3, still keeping that little bit of an advantage. This will be the 75th lap. They're halfway right now, and he makes the pass. He's got that lap back. If he can hold him off for 1 more lap, we'll have halftime here. Bill Sedgwick will be back in the lead lap. What a great job of driving by Sedgwick. As usual, great show by these 2.
Yeah.
Hornaday still is not willing to let Sedgwick have that lap back that easily. He still wants to go back by him, but I believe Bill's going to be able to hold him off. What a great job. And he runs up, gives him a little tap there.
Little love tap.
That was just a little bump saying, hey, good job, man.
Yeah.
And the caution flies on lap 76. Time for the halftime break. Good show. Great job by Hornaday, leading all the laps. Of course, he led from start to finish in the first segment here. Joe Ruttman runs 2nd. Butch Miller, who started 11th, has already moved up to 3rd.
Butch is going to be tough. He's been sitting there watching.
In that second half, that's where he seems to come on the strongest, is in the second half. There's Hornaday waving to the field behind him. He'll bring the field down. The pace truck is out there. We'll be back with the halftime activity here at Monroe, Washington, right after this. Stay tuned. We'll bring you up to date on what's happening during the halftime break here. Starting in the pits here now. Let's go down to Ralph for an update as to what's going on.
Ron Hornaday getting a drink. Ron, how's your truck?
Right now, the truck's excellent. You know, we got a little bit of a push in it. I got to baby the throttle to the middle, but this Papa John's Pizza Chevrolet is doing an awesome job. I got to thank RCCA and the guys. I mean, they're doing a good job. We got 100 laps to go, or 75 to go, I'm sorry. But Doug's watched the truck, see what we got to make changes on. We're looking forward for the second half.
How concerned are you now that Sedgwick is back in the lead lap?
Heck, you're supposed to have been back up there anyways. You know, you can't get too concerned. I try to race him hard, race him clean to keep him down a lap, but hey, that's part of racing, you know. But he done a good job. We're just going to keep this Papa John's Chevrolet out front.
1 truck back behind here. You see Butch Miller's back here. They're working on this truck feverishly. Butch's truck is in pretty good shape. Biggest problem for Butch is he has had no radio communication in the first half of this race. So as soon as he gets his truck back into communication, he'll be in much better shape. This truck here has been a little bit loose. How bad is this truck, Mike Skinner?
Yeah, this thing's it's pretty loose right now. We missed the setup a little bit on the GM Goodrich Service Chevrolet this afternoon, but those boys are working on it right now. We'll see how she does in the second half.
And that's a pretty quick update from down here. Pretty busy pit area.
Well, it is busy, Ralph. And remember, we talked about the rivalry between Bill Sedgwick and Ron Hornaday, how hard they race each other. This goes back a long, long time. Let's take a little bit closer look at this friendly rivalry.
Ron and I started racing the street stock class together back at Saugus Speedway, I think right around 1979. And we used to build our own cars and stuff, and just started at the bottom level, and been friends for a long time.
Well, Bill's a great guy. I've been racing with him for many years, and it's actually got us closer, I think, because of what we've done all through the racing before and doing what we're doing now.
Sedgwick and Hornaday's paths have crossed many times, but they were most successful as team members, Hornaday the driver and Sedgwick the crew chief, at Spears Racing in the Winston West Series. Sedgwick now drives for the Spears team in the Super Truck Series and expects a continuation of the success that he attributes to the group he races for.
I don't consider myself a great driver. I'm pretty decent with working on the cars. I'm trying to, to be a better driver, but we've got, I think, one of the best teams on the West Coast right now. These guys have been together since, 1989 when we first started to run in the Winston West Series competitively. Just a good bunch of guys. That's what it takes, is good people and good equipment.
When it comes to an edge in this championship run, Sedgwick's advantage might be that experience as Ron's crew chief, which has enabled him to anticipate and sometimes even predict Hornaday's moves on the track.
Ron's the kind of guy, he just holds the gas pedal on the floor until the checker flag comes out, He's a tough racer. I learned a little bit from watching his driving style. There's chances you need to take out there. At the same time, there's chances you don't need to take, to finish the race. I felt that I was a little more conservative, and I'm trying to be a little more aggressive right now in the driving, similar to what Ron does. But it's a lot of fun racing against him.
We ran all these race tracks before, so I know what he's approaching to set his truck up like, and I know that, what I like in the truck too. So it's actually we got two equal trucks right now, and it's just a matter of teams and who's got the most patience right now.
They definitely seem to be equal. You see Hornaday versus Sedgwick started their careers in 1979 at Saugus in California. 92 and 93, Hornaday is a Southwest Tour champion. 91 and 92, Bill Sedgwick was the Winston West champion. Also, in 1994, Hornaday was the driver for Spears Motorsports. Sedgwick was his crew chief. In 1995 in the Super Truck Series, Hornaday has 786 points to Sedgwick's 750, only a 36-point differential. Ralph Shaheen is with Bill Sedgwick.
Well, we're down here trying not to get hit as everybody rolls back out. Bill, you did a tremendous job of driving without the brake lines out there, and then you got your lap back. How are you doing now?
I'll tell you what, this Spears Manufacturing Sunoco Chevy pickup is something else. These guys did a heck of a job. We had something stupid happen. We had a brake leader come loose. We lost all the brake fluid. Man, I tell you, something stupid. But I'll tell you what, this truck's running. This Chevy pickup, we're looking forward to a good run here on the second half.
Dan Press and the crew's got the truck back together and ready to go, and the rest of the competitors are rolling out onto the grid.
As will Bill Sedgwick. Now, Sedgwick gives a lot of credit to his crew. I have to give a lot of credit to Bill Sedgwick. He is a terrific driver. We'll be back for the start of the second half of tonight's Super Truck race. Action should be great. Don't go away.
You want to know how to choose a motor oil? Take a ride to your local garage and see what the mechanic puts into his own car. Fact is, of all the brands of motor oil, more ASC...
Brought to you by Auto Week, America's only enthusiast weekly. In Portland last weekend, Ron Hornaday maintained his point lead in his Papa John's Pizza Chevrolet, despite going for a wild ride and almost ending up at the blackberry bushes and finishing ninth. Mike Skinner would go on to take the win, while Joe Ruttman finished second, and Butch Miller continued his climb in the points, finishing third, but more importantly, moving up to second in the points. On the Winston Cup scene, Dale Earnhardt's last lap pass of Mark Martin earned him his first career victory on a road course and gave him a 9-point edge over Martin in his quest for his 8th Winston Cup championship. Call 1-800-445-3800 now for a 52-week subscription to Auto Week at only $19.95, the lowest price ever. Every week, Auto Week is first with all the inside news of racing, personalities, driving impressions, everything. Call now for Auto Week. That's 1-800-445-3800. This offer ends Monday. And Now let's go back to the pits with Ralph Shaheen.
Well, we got one more driver down here. Jack, is everything set up with your truck now that you had a chance to adjust the suspension?
I don't know.